Have you ever wondered about something strange? Why do we keep chasing happiness, yet it never seems to stay? We achieve something we once dreamed about. For a moment we feel complete. But slowly, the excitement fades. A new desire appears. A new goal begins. And once again, we start running. Why does this happen? Why can a person have success, comfort, relationships, and everything they once wanted, yet still feel a quiet emptiness inside? Ancient yogis spent their lives exploring this mystery. They discovered that the greatest barrier between human beings and true peace is not outside. It is an invisible veil covering our perception. They called it Maya. But Maya does not mean that the world does not exist. It means that we do not always see reality as it truly is. We see life through the filters of our memories, desires, fears, and beliefs. Just like a person sees water in a desert mirage. The illusion is not that nothing exists. Something is there. But the mind understands it differently. Similarly, life exists. People exist. Our experiences exist. But our interpretation of them may not be the complete truth. Ancient wisdom describes Maya as having many layers. Each layer creates a deeper misunderstanding about who we are. Today, let us explore these 7 layers. Layer 1. The endless search for happiness. From childhood, we are conditioned to believe, when I get this, I will finally be happy. A better career, more money, a perfect relationship, recognition from others. We keep postponing happiness into the future. But look at your own experience. How many times have you achieved something you desperately wanted, only to feel that the happiness did not last forever? The reason is simple. External things can create pleasure, but they cannot create permanent fulfillment, because everything outside us is constantly changing. People change, situations change, our body changes, our circumstances change. Yet we expect changing things to give us something permanent. This is the first layer of Maya, the belief that something outside us can complete something missing inside us. Ancient yogis said true happiness is not something we find, it is something we uncover. Because beneath all our desires, there is already a deeper sense of completeness waiting to be recognized. Layer 2. The invisible chain of expectations. The moment we believe something will give us happiness, attachment begins. We create expectations. We start telling life, this person should always behave this way. This relationship should never change. This moment should never end. But life is movement. Everything is constantly transforming. And when reality does not match our expectations, suffering appears. Often, our pain does not come from what happened. It comes from our demand that things should have happened differently. We do not suffer only because something changed. We suffer because we wanted it to remain unchanged. Ancient wisdom teaches that love and attachment are different. Love allows something to exist freely. Attachment tries to control it. The moment we understand this difference, relationships become lighter and more peaceful. Layer 3. The illusion of identity. The next layer is even deeper. The mind creates a story about who we are. I am the person who was hurt. I am someone who always fails. I am unlucky. A temporary experience slowly becomes a permanent identity. Something happened in our life, and we start believing that it defines us. But ancient yogis asked a powerful question. If you can observe your thoughts, your emotions, and your memories, then who is the one observing them? The real self is not the changing story inside your mind. The real self is the awareness watching that story. Your past is something you experienced. It is not the complete definition of who you are, but Maya makes us forget this. It makes us confuse the roles we play with our true nature. Layer 4. The mind's hidden illusion. The mind is a powerful tool, but when we become controlled by it, it creates another layer of illusion. The mind does not simply show reality. It creates interpretations. Someone ignores us. The mind says, "They don't value me." Someone criticizes us. The mind says, "I am not good enough." An event happens once, but the mind can replay it hundreds of times. Slowly, we stop living in reality. We start living inside our thoughts. Ancient yogis discovered that thoughts are like waves appearing on the surface of consciousness. A thought comes, a thought goes, but the awareness watching those thoughts remains. You are not every thought that appears in your mind. You are the one who is aware of them. Layer 5. The trap of spiritual ego. This is one of the most subtle layers, because Maya can even appear on the spiritual path. A person starts meditating. They study ancient teachings. They experience moments of peace. But slowly, a new identity can form. I am more aware than others. I understand things that others don't. I have progressed spiritually. The ego does not disappear just because we change our interests. Sometimes it simply changes its appearance. It can leave behind wealth and status, but create pride around knowledge and spirituality. Ancient yogis warned that the final obstacle is often not ignorance. It is the feeling that we already know. True wisdom does not make us feel superior. It makes us more humble. Layer 6. The illusion of knowing. There is a difference between knowing about truth and experiencing truth. A person can read hundreds of books. They can understand deep philosophies. They can speak about consciousness and meditation. But information alone does not transform life. You can read everything about the taste of honey, but only tasting it gives direct experience. Ancient yogis were not searching for concepts. They were searching for realization. They wanted to experience, who am I beyond my thoughts? What remains when all identities disappear? Knowledge is valuable. But when knowledge becomes only an idea stored in the mind, it becomes another barrier. Sometimes the greatest step toward wisdom is realizing, I still have more to discover. Layer 7. The final illusion. The I. Now we reach the deepest layer, the most subtle illusion, the sense of I, the feeling, I am the one achieving. I am the one changing. I am the one becoming free. A person may let go of possessions. They may overcome anger and desires. They may spend years in meditation. Yet one final identity can remain. I am the seeker. But ancient yogis discovered something profound. Freedom is not something we create in the future. It is something we recognize in the present. Like searching everywhere for your glasses, only to realize they were already with you. The search was real. The effort was real. But what you were looking for was never truly absent. Beyond the changing body, thoughts, emotions, and identities, there is a silent awareness witnessing everything. That awareness is your deepest nature. Beyond the 7 layers. So how do we move beyond Maya? Not by fighting the world. The moment something is truly seen, it loses its power over us. Darkness does not need to be fought. A small light is enough. Similarly, awareness itself becomes the light that removes illusion. The journey is not about becoming someone new. It is about removing everything that hides what was always present. The ancient yogis looked within and discovered that the greatest mystery of existence was not somewhere far away. It was within their own awareness. So perhaps the most important question is not, what do I need to achieve? But, am I seeing reality as it truly is, or only as my mind shows it to me? Because when the layers begin to dissolve, the endless search becomes quiet. The fear begins to disappear, and what remains is a peace that was never created, because it was never lost. This is the journey through the 7 layers of Maya.